Hey everyone, my name is Tay, and welcome back to another episode of the All Things Lifestyle podcast. Thank you so much for tuning back in. And if you are new here, welcome. Welcome to the show. I hope you love it here, and I hope you all are doing well. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. I'm sure you see by the title, 73 questions. So if you know on YouTube, Vogue does 73 questions with celebrities. And just random questions about them, their life, and their careers, all that. And I thought it would be cool to do this episode inspired by that, just so you guys to get to know me better, and just thought it'd be fun to do like I said, an ultimate Q&A. So that's what this episode is going to be about. Before we get into that, happy February, happy Black History Month. This is the month to be blackety black. Okay, happy Black History Month, and every week on the podcast this month, I'm going to do a quote from a Black icon. I kind of did something like this last year on the pod. I highlighted Black icons and did like a little bio about them just to highlight them. So I thought I'd do some quotes this year for the month because I love quotes. I love affirmations. Anything that will inspire me, motivate me to do better, to keep me going, gets me every time. So the quote for this week is, instead of letting your hardships and failures discourage or exhaust you, let them inspire you. Let them make you even hungrier to succeed. And that came from the one and only Michelle Obama. And I hope that quote resonates with you guys because it definitely resonates with me. Don't let a setback discourage you. Let it encourage you. You know the saying, a setback is a setup for a comeback. I think that's what the saying is. Yeah, perfect. Don't let it discourage you. Let it encourage you. Let it inspire you and motivate you. Okay, so that is the quote for this week. And also, if you are loving the show, also if you are new here, go ahead and hit that 5 stars and leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. Way at the bottom, it's a write a review option. Go ahead and write me a review. You could put how much you like the show or some episode topics that you will want to hear from me. Just all kind of things on the review. So that definitely helps the show out a lot. So on the episode today, my sister is going to be assisting me with the questions. So that's the other voice you're going to hear. And yeah, just some questions, some chit chat, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so let's get into the show. Okay, so I have my sister here assisting me with the 73 questions today. Hey, Kier.
Hey, Tay.
Hi. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these questions. I'm ready for the first one.
What do you have going on today?
Nothing. Laundry, cleaning. That's it.
What is something that you can't live without?
I can't live without my Laneige lip balm. I've been using it for like 2 years now.
Okay.
Can't live without it.
And who is your celebrity crush currently?
Okay, so I don't want nobody to say nothing to me but Future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one thing you learned in 2022?
Patience.
Good one. Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks.
And what's your go-to Starbucks order?
So I'm a tea person, not a coffee person. So it's not very small because they have hot chocolate too. But my go-to order at Starbucks is a chai tea latte with oat milk instead of regular milk and a pump of hazelnut.
Okay. Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter.
And what's your dream job?
I always want to be a model.
Okay. So how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Goal-oriented, loyal, passionate.
Nice. And who's the last person you text?
Who's the last person I text? Bookie.
What did it say?
It says, okay, sounds good, smiley face. Yep.
Okay. Number 12, single or taken?
Single. Big single.
Are you currently dating?
No.
Okay. Well, what's your ideal first date?
My ideal first date. So I like to talk. So I would say something where we could sit down and talk. Maybe if we like go for a walk or if we go to dinner, breakfast, brunch, or something like that. Not like a lit brunch because it's loud or you can't talk. Somewhere you can actually talk.
Right. Like a small, intimate.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your top three qualities you want in a man?
Top three qualities. A good listener, emotionally intelligent. I would say
Mhm.
self-aware.
Nice. Those three good ones. Good ones. So, what's one thing you've learned from dating?
Dating, one thing I learned is major thing I learned is don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay, preach, preach.
Mhm.
And okay, so it's Friday night. What are you most likely doing?
Friday night, most likely, I'm more of like a day party person now. I really don't like going out at night that much anymore. So mostly like movie night in. I like to cook, so I'll probably cook something, have a glass of wine. Yeah.
Okay,
Or
love
like,
someone.
yes, or if I'm like close to family, go to family house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty chill.
hmm
Okay. And what can you never leave the house without?
I can never leave the house without chapstick, lip
Okay.
gloss, chapstick, something. That's like, yeah.
Okay. And that's the next thing I was gonna ask. Lip
Uh,
gloss or chapstick?
oh,
I'm sorry, lip gloss or lipstick.
lip gloss or lipstick, lip gloss.
And your favorite brand of lip gloss.
The one brand I always go back to is by Essence. And it's a clear gloss and it's like cheap now. Well, I think since everybody been talking about it, the price went up to like maybe like $2.50, $3 now, but it used to be
Mm,
like $1.
yeah.
And I
It
get it from
became
Ulta.
in demand.
Yep.
Hmm.
So it's like I'm thinking it's like two something now, maybe three, but it used to be $1. But yeah, Essence clear gloss, that's my go-to.
Okay. So what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Be on my phone. I know that's bad. Everybody always say, "Oh, don't check your phone first thing," but I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, how would you describe your personal style?
My personal style is I feel like it's like simple with a little bit of trendy because I have some trendy things, but yeah, pretty much simple.
Okay. So what's the most expensive piece of clothing item you own?
Probably this jacket from Express that I could think of
Hmm.
for the most expensive. Yeah, this jacket from Express is like 300, almost $300. That's what I could think of off the top of my head, not even like looking in my closet or anything.
Okay. So what do you consider your uniform?
A bodysuit. I always wear black. So black or nude, neutral, bodysuit, jeans, a t-shirt, biker shorts if it's summer. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And what's a beauty product that you don't go a day without wearing?
Moisturizer.
Good. Okay. So how do you like the military?
Um, it's cool, but I'm over it.
Okay. Now, if you could do it all over again, would you?
I would do it all over again, but I would make sure the first 4 years I would be set up to get out after the first four versus having to do another four. So yeah, I would do it all over again for the benefits, but I would just be more mindful.
Okay. So what is something you would tell your 16-year-old self?
I would tell her get A's and B's, no C's. Get us aim for a scholarship.
Okay.
Mhm.
And and how would you describe living in the DMV?
Busy,
Sounds right.
busy.
What is a restaurant that you would tell someone to go to if they are visiting the DMV?
I was just talking about this with my friend. A restaurant called Milk and Honey. It's a
Mm,
Black-owned restaurant. It's mostly brunch. They have
mhm.
like fried chicken and everything, but it's mostly brunch, and the food is so good.
Okay. And what about activity? What would you recommend?
The first thing, if you're not like a day party brunch kind of person, if you want to go to like a museum, the African American Museum, remember we went
Nice.
there? Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
was
was cool.
nice. That
Hmm.
was nice. I like that. And plan the whole day because it takes up the whole day.
Yes, it does. If you do decide to go to the museum, yeah, plan it for the whole day, and you
Right.
still might not even get through the whole thing.
Oh yeah, make it a weekend. A
Yeah,
weekend
it's
thing.
like a weekend thing because it's multiple trips to get to through the whole thing.
Right. And speaking of trips, what has been your favorite trip you have taken?
I want to say when I went to Dubai back
Mm,
in 2018, that was definitely a bucket list trip. I definitely recommend everybody go there. Like, it's so
yeah.
much fun.
Okay. Okay, bucket list.
Hmm.
So what's your favorite quote?
Off the top of my head, my favorite quote is, "She believed she could, so she did."
Mm, nice. And how do you deal with negativity?
I usually, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I just remove myself from it. Like, I don't like to well, I guess that's not bad. I remove myself from it immediately, but if it's like something I have to deal with later, then I'll just try to deal with it tactfully later. But initially, I just remove myself.
Okay. Well, I think that's good. And number 35, what's one short-term goal you want to complete within the next week?
So I just started doing this last week on like Wednesday or Thursday, but to keep getting up at 5 a.m. to work
Okay.
out Monday through Friday.
That's good. Best time. So how often do you work out?
On a regular basis, I work out, I would say at least 2 to 3 days a week, but I've been on like a kick of working out Monday through Friday for the past like 6 weeks, I think.
Mhm.
But on a regular basis, I at least try to get 2 to 3 days in.
Okay. And what's your go-to workout?
If I go to the gym and I don't know what, if I go to the gym and I don't know what to do, I'll incorporate some kind of cardio, either walking or running or jogging on the treadmill, and then I'll head for three, I'll say 4 to 5 strength workouts. And I'll just look up something really simple on my phone, like Pinterest, or if I follow like a gym influencer on Instagram, they be having those videos, and I'll
Mhm.
just do something like that if I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
And what is something that you have to prioritize in 2023?
I would say I'm gonna prioritize school, because I've been out of
Okay.
school for a year and got to get back into that.
Okay. And you said you're going to. So how have you done that thus far?
So so far I just started. So I just logged into the class and I tried to get a head start on my assignments. So I started to draft out my discussion post for the week, because the
Okay.
class really starts on Tuesday. But the professor, he put everything up already. So
Okay,
yeah.
good. That's a good start. Number 40, what's your favorite way to relax?
I would say doing nothing, laying down, scrolling on TikTok, some kind of self care. I'll either have like a face mask on, eye mask, shower, exfoliate, and just chill.
Okay, that sounds very relaxing. And what keeps you going?
In general, what keeps me going is pretty much like my end goal and how I see myself in the future, and
Hmm.
I want to be that future self.
That's good. Now, would you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert?
I feel like I'm like both. I'm introverted. I'm introverted when I'm like somewhere where I don't know people, or I don't, yeah, if I'm somewhere I don't know people, I'm definitely introverted. But like when I'm out with my friends and I'm extroverted with them. But I'm not
Mhm.
like the type of person to go out. Like I'll go out by myself, but to dinner, but like go out and just talk to people and just make friends. Not really. So I would say I'm kind of both.
Okay. And would you rather a night out or a night in?
A night in for sure.
And where do you feel the most at home?
Literally at home when I'm back at home in Pennsylvania, either at my granny house or my uncle's house, chilling.
Okay. And what's your favorite thing to do when you're at home?
Favorite thing to do? It's not much to do. So just spend time with family.
Okay. What's your favorite childhood memory?
My favorite childhood memory is when me, you, and Willie and mommy would play board games. We would play Monopoly down. But it was so fun. Wait, that's a good one. We performed Destiny's Child Soldier. That's
Mhm.
every time I hear that song, it's iconic. That is definitely. I wish we could have recorded that.
No, no,
I
that
bet we
was
don't have that
epic.
on video.
Exactly. So how were you as a kid?
As a kid, I feel like I was more introverted as a kid. Like I wasn't that kid to go outside and play. Even like I had friends. I wasn't that kid to go outside and play. I'm in the house
Yes.
watching TV.
You want to go outside? No.
No, I'm in the house watching TV, maybe reading a book. Yeah, I was definitely introverted. Still very much emotional. I was emotional as a kid, very emotional now. That has not changed. But yeah, I would say very introverted.
Yeah. Meanwhile, me and your brother had to get dragged back in the house.
No, for real.
So you have an apartment, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your favorite thing about apartment living and your least favorite thing?
Okay, so my favorite thing I would say is the convenience of everything. Like being able to have the gym there, and in some places they have like an area where you could like sit and work or lounge or something like that. The pool, stuff like that. I would say the convenience of the amenities. My least favorite is I feel like there's always like something to where it's like, oh, we're going to be testing the fire alarms. We're going to be testing the water. Like the water is going to be shut off for this amount of time or things like that. Just those small inconveniences and not being able to like, is my biggest thing with groceries, not being able to just like pull straight up to your door. You got to at least get
Hmm.
on the elevator or take some stairs.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's my
Yeah.
favorite and least favorite.
Number 50. What advice would you give someone looking for an apartment right now?
Make sure the advice I would give is to make sure that you read your lease. And if you want anything in there, put it in there, any kind of clauses, and check for any kind of fees, additional fees, move in, move out, all that kind of stuff.
Mm, that's a good one. So you like to cook, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite meal to cook?
Spaghetti.
A
I just eat
staple.
spaghetti. Yes.
That's a staple. So who's your favorite fashionista?
I have a couple. The first one that comes to mind is Tracy Ellis Ross.
Hmm.
I love her looks. Um, Des Dior,
Hmm.
and one more. I think her Instagram name is Glow Princess. Let me look it up really quick. Yeah, Glow Princess.
Okay.
Those are my top three.
Okay. So for a high end designer, what is something you would buy right now?
A bag that I've been wanting for like the past, like I would say like the past year. It's the Dior Lady Dior bag.
Hmm.
It's like it's one of those small bags because I haven't really been into big bags. It's like a small bag. But yeah, the Dior Lady Dior bag for sure.
Okay. So you're really into natural hair and all that. What made you go natural?
So when I was in boot camp, when I first went in boot camp, I didn't get a relaxer for 6 weeks. And even now, think about it, I really didn't even get relaxers that often, probably like once or twice a year growing up. Yeah, now
Yep.
I'm thinking about it. So going into being in boot camp and just, having my regular hair, I had some new growth. So as soon as my sister, well, as soon as you and mommy came, soon as you and mommy came to boot camp to the graduation, remember, was it you or mommy that put a perm in my hair? Because I was like, I need a perm, I need a perm. You remember
I
that?
think I think it was mommy.
It probably was because mommy got there first and then you got there
Mhm.
after.
Mhm.
So yeah, I put a perm in my hair and then I was like, and this was when it was popping off like on YouTube and mommy had just went natural. I think you
Mhm.
you had been natural for a minute.
Mhm.
And I was like, and y'all kept telling me like, okay, you can go natural, you can go natural. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no. And then I had the experience to put my own relaxer in for the first time. And I did it okay, but I was like, this is not something I want to do. So yeah, then I was like, and then I see like the girls on YouTube, the curly hair and stuff like that. And then looking back, photos when I was little before I got a perm, I was like, okay, well, we gonna see what happened. And yeah, that's what made me go natural.
Yeah. Well, it's very pretty. I love it.
Thank you.
So, how many years would you say you've been natural?
So I've been natural for 6 years. Well, I would say five and a half years because I went natural 2017. And then I transitioned for, I want to say almost 2 years, like a year and a half.
Okay.
Transitioned for a year and a half and then like completely natural for like 5.5 years.
Okay. That's good. Keep it going.
Hmm.
So, would you consider going back relaxed?
Okay, so not gonna hold you. I have because your face.
What do you mean?
I have only because of we live in an age where we're influenced. So seeing
Mhm.
like the girls on TikTok and Instagram and the cute little styles and sleek and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, I want my hair straight. And I don't straighten my hair often because I straighten my hair like once or twice a year. But I'm like, and I have considered it because I get frustrated with my hair sometimes. And I'm just like, but I won't. I don't think I will.
I would say just start doing blowouts.
Yeah, that's what I said when I come back home. Like I'm gonna start doing like blowouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cause yeah,
No relaxer.
I know no creamy crack.
No creamy crack.
I'll be looking at it in the store like, what if? No.
Right. And what's the most overused phrase right now that you think?
Lit. I say it all the time, and I hear everybody say, lit. It's lit. Not a bad phrase, but it is definitely overused.
Yeah. So if you could go back in time, what era would you go to?
I was just talking about this, with my friend too. I would go back to the 90s for sure. At this age, the
Yeah,
90s.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And why that one?
I don't know, like just looking back at pictures and the music, it's literally everything. The vibe, the music, the parties, the movies, everything you see from the 90s, the fashion, it just looked lit. Like
It was good. That was the time to be alive.
it just looked like a time. So yeah, it's the 90s for me.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what artist in that era would you like to meet?
I would say Aaliyah.
Okay. Good one. Good one. And what favorite movie from that era?
Love Jones.
Mm,
I love it.
I love it.
Yay.
So, if you could describe the world we live in one word, what would it be?
Calculated.
Okay. Why would you say that?
I would say calculated because it seems like and I'm thinking of like technology. And I'm just thinking like I feel like a lot of people when they come to you, it's always an idea of something. They're calculated when they're doing something. And I don't know, it just some seems genuine, some not. And I
Like
feel you said what?
ulterior motive type.
Yeah, like ulterior motive. Like it might be genuine, it might not. And so it's like when you meet somebody, like, is it calculated? Unless it's like a true networking kind of thing. Of course, you're gonna network and you have things in mind, but like just meeting somebody and it's like, okay, what's your agenda? Are you calculating something?
Right. So
Yeah.
would you say it's hard to trust people?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And on average, how long does your morning skincare routine take?
My, my morning skincare probably 5 minutes.
Okay. And how about your nighttime skincare routine?
I would say if I'm doing a face mask, about 20 minutes because I usually let the face mask sit for like 10 minutes. Either 15 to 20 minutes for nighttime.
Okay. And what do you do while you're masking?
Either do some chores, clean up, um, yeah, clean up, cook, do some chores, or just literally just scroll on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your go-to face mask?
So right now, my go-to face mask is the Origins. So it's the Origins Out of Trouble face mask. It's in a white tube, and I got mine from Ulta. I think they have it at Ulta and Sephora. But
Mhm.
yeah, the Origins face mask.
Okay. And $1 million question. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would you say you're in a good place?
I would say I'm in a good place.
Okay.
Yeah,
And if you can go on one of your favorite podcasts, which one would you go on?
poor minds.
I have to say, I think I know the answer to this.
I just poor minds for sure. They going on tour this year again.
We there.
We're
We
there.
there. We there for sure this time. For real, for real, for
We're
real.
going for real, for real, for real.
For real, for real. And we know ahead of time, we going for real,
Yes.
for real.
I'm just waiting on them to say the dates because I think they gearing towards like spring and summer. So yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with it.
Eh,
So you were real consistent with your podcasts in 2022. What kept
mhm.
you motivated?
Honestly, I like doing it. I like doing the podcast. I like talking. Because I used to do like makeup videos on YouTube. And my
Hmm.
love for makeup, it was just very short-lived. I still like do my makeup like when I go out and stuff now, but just getting up to do my makeup, just getting up to do my makeup now, like how I just would do for videos, it just wasn't it. But with podcasting, I really like talking about my experiences, talking about hot topics, talking about things I'm loving, recommendations, and just telling people how I'm feeling. And I just like, and I feel like it's kind of like an audio diary.
Hmm.
And I'm like, and that's something I could look back on. So yeah, that's what kept me motivated.
I know you've heard it before, and I said it. You have like the greatest voice, voice for podcasts. Like your voice is
Hey,
so soothing. It's
that's what that's what
it's
people
meant
tell me too.
it's meant to be on podcasts.
Thank you.
Okay, so what made you start your podcast?
Pretty much the reason I just said I like to talk about my experiences, especially like, being young, black in the military on my own. I just wanted to give my experiences on things. And I just like talking about recommendations and products and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, okay, that's a good one.
Mhm,
And my last and final question, question
mhm.
73.
Okay.
What plans and goals do you have for your podcast?
So first one I could think of off the top of my head is I want to start doing a video on YouTube. This summer I'm gonna try to incorporate that. Well, I hate to I actually need to stop using the word try. I'm going to
Yes.
incorporate that.
Speak it into existence?
Yes, I'm going to incorporate YouTube for a video component. And that's really, of course, build the community, get more listeners, and just stay consistent.
Yeah. Okay. That's real good. I
Yeah.
like that. Manifest it.
Yes. So that was it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for asking me these questions. Thank you for
You're
helping me.
welcome.
We so goofy. They probably like, all they do is laugh.
I can't
Okay.
help it.
I know, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to come back next Thursday for a new episode. And remember, it's a lifestyle. Bye.